Yes, you lot, welcome back for another video on the channel. Just a quick message before we start. This video is filmed back in July. Yes, I know, July. So, do apologize for that. But nevertheless, it's a good one. Enjoy. Yes, guys, welcome back to the Just Talk podcast. My name is Tyler, and as you guys know already, I've said it like in every single video that I've done. Today, obviously, you can tell we're back in the Joe Morris Sports Club studio, and we're chatting today to the people that I guess make it how it is, how the environment is, and how they control everyone and stuff like that. So, I obviously want to thank them as well before we start. Obviously, let me come here a month ago, 2 months ago, whenever it was, stuff like that. So, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi Thailand. My name is Kemal. I'm one of the coaches at Joe Morris Boxing Club.
I'm Carla, and I'm also a coach at Joe Morris Boxing Club.
Obviously, from the title, you can see they're both coaches. We're going to talk about coaching life. Carla texted me for today, or last week, she texted me. She was like, we can talk on hours about this. So we're going to try and keep it not as long as possible, let's just say, innit? So I'm going to start straight off. How did you guys get into boxing? Like coaching boxing specifically?
Specifically coaching, okay. I've always kind of liked the sport. So especially when you get big names on the TV, I've always been wanting to watch it, if you say. But I also done martial arts when I was a young person. So I've always had that experience of coaching because I started coaching in karate from a young age.
Is it?
So, yeah, I guess it just progressed on, and then I moved on to boxing.
I did karate for about 3 hours of my life. It was, you know what, for the first session, I loved it. Obviously,
Right.
my first session, whatever, and then it just grew my pressure. I did like an exam, I passed it, whatever it was. I got my orange belt, I think, and then stopped after that. Yourself, Ken?
I've always loved combat sports, and the boxing aspect of it is more disciplined. And the enjoyment I get from boxing coaching, particularly, is watching the progress of our boxers, girls and boys, and the development they go through, and watching the changes, and that discipline helps them. So it's obviously, as a younger person, I was involved in boxing, but not in a legal side, if you know what I mean. It was naughty street fights, things like that. So I wanted to change that and try and help kids in boxing to do it the right way, if you like, do it the disciplined way, and you know, if it's for fun, sport, to keep fit and activity, or who knows, they might go on and become champions. We want them to do, you know, have a dream, and it's something that it's hopefully one day we'll see, and this is why I do it.
Yeah, I know most of the boxers here, obviously I speak to them, and there's guys like Ollie, and then there's other guys as well, like let's say Deshaun as well. They all want to be a champion, which I actually love the mentality that they've got as well. I see like every night on Ollie's Instagram, left traded 10 p.m. whatever, like, you know what I mean? So dedication and stuff like that. But yeah, what is your favorite like thing about it? Is it the kids being happy? Is it like you coaching them, seeing them progress? Like, what is it?
Absolutely, it's this progression. I think, you know, if you see a young person that's coming and they have limited skills around boxing or no skills, and then maybe 3-4 months down the line, you look at them again and see the progression in them, and how far they've come in such a short space, it really makes me smile, because I think, you know, we've helped them to achieve these goals. Yeah, and it's just a blessing to see, to be honest, and we just keep trying to raise that bar with these individuals constantly, and trying to get them to where they want to be, i.e. like the Ollies, the Dishans, you know, hopefully one day we can sit here again and say, well, look what we have achieved, and look where we are now. Yeah,
look what you guys made as well, like, you know what I mean? You guys are like the mother and the dad of these kids every day, innit? How is that as well? Is that hard? Is that like difficult to keep them as well?
I don't know. Is it hard, coach? It's not
it has
hard.
good days, yeah, just like normal parents, I think. I think there's days when it's all great and fun, and there's other days we have to put our foot down and be very disciplined and strict, because, you know, the minute you kind of let your guard down a little bit with them, they take an inch, you know, and sometimes that inch can lead to a mile, we don't want that. We're trying to, like Coach says, we're trying to keep them as disciplined as possible, respectful young people that are always pleased with themselves, and other people can look at them in a positive light.
Yeah. What about you? What was I saying? Oh yeah. What brings you joy? What's your favorite thing about it? Because you're energetic as well. Obviously, when I come in, you're like, "Hello, Tyler."
Can you tell I am, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just on the go.
So, what's your favorite thing?
The pleasure for me, it's really because it's unconditional. I know that what me and Coach do, we haven't had courses. We haven't been on all these courses to work together to do what we're doing. It's kind of happened naturally, and it might sound unusual to say that, but you know what, when two people are totally different and their outlooks are different, but they've got something in common, and what we've got, I believe, what I know what we've got, is that we are sincere, honest, pure, and what we're trying to do is focused on the same thing, which is the well-being, the progress, the development, and the love we have, and the love that's given to us as well. It is real, and this is hard for people to achieve in any workplace, because you've got a lot of workplaces where people, they kind of get on because they have to. They're in a workplace, but for us, as Coach says, yeah, we have our good days and not so good days, but most of the time it is because it's real. We know we're not doing it for any condition or a sales pitch or anything like that. We're doing it because we sincerely care about the people in front of us, the boxers, the girls and the boys. We consider them to be a part of a family that we're lucky to be a part of. Me personally, I love it, I enjoy it, I'm energetic because I encourage them to do the best, whatever they're doing in their life. I tell them all the time, even if it's helping your mum sweep the floor, ironing your shirt, doing your revisions, doing your exams, go for interviews, go for uni, do the best for yourselves. Training, of course, do the best. Otherwise, don't waste your energy, because you do have the energy and you have the right to say, no, I don't want to do that. And yeah, as Coach says as well, we do have days when you think, come on, I need to push you a bit more. But most of the time, they come in the rain, in the sun, in the cold, in the heat, because they want to come. So primarily, yeah, my pleasure is good, it's real. I enjoy being there, and long may it continue.
Yeah.
Long may it continue, mate.
You guys are obviously great people. I've said, obviously, to you guys inside the boxes as well. They need to realize what they have. Obviously, you guys being there, gem. I guess I'm gonna say both of you guys as well. You guys have got me here, treated me like family as well. I feel like I've been here for time. You know, obviously getting to know everyone. There's guys like Simeon and Ollie that I'm close to. So shout out to them as well. And is there any people that you look up to in terms of coaching, or maybe even just normal athletes? Who do you look up to mostly?
Who do I look up to? I don't really know who I look up to. I mean,
Was there no one that like got you into boxing or got you into sport? Like,
not really. I had a passion from it from young, like I said. So I've got quite a big drive. Yeah. So I don't really need people to say, "Oh, come on, push me along." It's nice to have that and encourage people that encourage you. But my drive is self. You know, I do a lot for myself. You know, if I want something, I'm a go-getter.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I try to install that in our boxers. You know, to be that role model of, you know, you can, you will, you know, keep going, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But anybody that's doing anything positive and that is doing good for others or young people, adults, doesn't matter. To me, I look up to them. You know, they're also role models.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't just say, particularly famous people. There's so many people in the community that is doing such great things.
Yeah.
You know, I idolise them as well.
So, is there anything you would say to people that I guess aren't doing as well, in terms of, like, obviously you're saying role models and doing things in the community? Obviously, people, for me, people that do good things in the community, what they do, it kind of goes under the radar and they don't get recognized for it. But then there's people that are up there that haven't done as good but get recognized for it. You know what I'm trying to say? So what would you say is people that can do better, if you were to?
You know, keep pushing yourself. You know, there's a light at the tunnel for everybody. If you've got a dream, go for it. You know, there's plenty of support networks out there. You know, you just got to find what you're looking for, and once you've found it, keep pushing. And you know, there'll be somebody there that will break through. There'll be a breakthrough at some point, and somebody will be there to support you, or a team of people will be there to support you, and you'll be hitting those goals. You know, you'll be starting to get to where you want to be. And patience is a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, things don't happen just overnight. You've got to kind of be patient with things, and just, like I say, just keep pushing and breaking down those doors and barriers.
Yeah. Who's your role model as well?
Do you know what? I was going to interrupt you talking because I really, I've just discovered something about Coach. Why
Yeah,
I think we kind of get on. I am more or less the same. Loads of, not role models, loads of sports personalities or people in life, from whoever, from boxing to football to cricket to basketball. But just like Coach, what she just mentioned, and I didn't realise this, Coach, that we've got that in common. And I'm so privileged to have heard you say that, because now I can understand why there's some sort of little rapport we have. Big rapport. It's not really little, because I think everyone can see that who we work with. And it's the same sort of thing, that drive which I had to have myself, which was to drive myself, which was, I didn't have a big brother or big sister or anyone to guide me, to help me in my younger days, and everything I wanted I had to get myself. Yeah, so that drive that Coach is talking about, I myself can relate to that so much. That's why it was like really freaky when I was hearing that. I was like, wow. So there's things who I'm thinking, oh, we might be totally different. We're not. We've got so little or so much in common.
Yeah.
And that part particularly hit me just now, like, whoa. And that is really good for me to know, because I don't know anywhere else apart from your podcast, this interview, where this might have come out. And for me, that's really good to know, Coach. And the same thing I feel, I've always had to do, get up and go, and I'm more, always have been the carer, the motivator, the pusher, if you like, the encourager. So that is something I've just realised myself. And that drive has always been in me. Yes, there is a lot of people I can say, oh, good boxer, top world champion, football, this football. Yes, I have, and I watch and I enjoy all that. But did I want to become him? Did I want to become them? Or did I want to do that? No, because I've always had to be doing myself from a very young age, and having to do for me and a lot of others around me. So that always my role as a carer is it came from a very young age, coming to this age now. So that was really a kind of power moment, if you like, wow moment. So thank you, Coach. That was something that I think I needed to hear, because, very similar, that character.
How long have you guys known each other? Obviously, as coaches and stuff.
Not long.
Feels
really.
like a long time.
Yeah, it feels like a lifetime, but year and a half, 2 years max.
That's what's
That's
amazing.
Oh, right.
That's
I thought it
what
was
I'm
longer,
saying.
you know.
And a lot of people don't realise that, as I said as well, that you can work with somebody, be with somebody, and it don't feel like work. It's like a connection that you have, and I believe it's because we both have no conditions, no strings, there's no mask on. We don't need to pretend with each other, we don't need to pretend with our boxers on the good or bad days, if there is such a thing. So being real.
I was just about to say that, being real, real with ourselves and real with others around us. I think that's where we bounce off each other.
So it's something that we've mentioned before, that just like what Coach said, one of the things we know is I'm saying something or Coach is saying something, at the same time the other one's like, I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
You can't go on a course to do that. You cannot learn that. It's either you've got it or you haven't. So whatever it is, thank God, thank Allah, thank whoever. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's just over a year and a half, give or take. So
That's mad, you know. I actually thought it was a lot longer. That's actually sick. Who's your biggest supporter? If that's okay, let me do this. Who's your biggest supporter in the boxing club and outside of the boxing club?
Well, as in boxers, who supports me?
Yeah, if there is any, obviously. Probably is, I'm gonna guess.
Well, I'd like to think all of them. I'd like to think that they all support me the way I would support them.
Yeah.
I don't have no favourites. Maybe some might say I do.
Yeah.
But I don't. Okay, and I'd like to try and treat them all equally. Again, discipline, good times, bad times. When we say bad times, don't get that twisted with bad times. When we say that, it just means that we might have to change our role slightly, as in discipline. Yeah. Might have to sit down and have a chat with that young person. Might have to bring them out of the session and say, like, have a conversation. Might have to even, on some occasions, we've had to say, do not come back this week. Yeah. So you know, those what we would call our bad situations, but they're not bad as in horrific. Yeah. It's us installing that discipline, letting them know this is a place where we are serious. We can have fun, but also there's boundaries. Yeah. So you know, I'd like to go back to the question. I'd like to think that they all support me, and just the way I would support them.
Yeah. Outside of boxing, then, if you're not going to talk about inside the boxing club.
Outside of boxing, I would say definitely my daughter. She's my #1 fan. I would like to say.
Do you want to give a shout out?
Yes, Kira. But yeah, I would say friends and family, very big support network, you know, constantly looking at what I'm doing, sharing my stuff, looking at podcasts and so
actually,
they do. They say
if
I post something, a lot of people give me feedback. It's excellent work that you're doing, you know, well done, keep going. And that's the part I would say, you know, that's where I get my little push sometimes, but from my friends and families.
Yeah. That's great. Yourself? Big supporter? Outside of the boxing club?
Outside the boxing club. Inside the boxing club, like Coach said, when we do need to be firm, going back to what Coach said about if we have to discipline a particular person, do you know, that once or twice we've done it and it's always been beneficial because the same person has come back better.
Oh, so they've learned from their mistake and they come back. Yeah.
And this is what the discipline part, the integrity, the respect, the manners, what you base everything on at the beginning when you tell them, we're not after nothing, you've got to have manners, respect. How much does it cost you? Nothing. So once they start to get that, the group itself, just like Coach, we don't have favourites or we don't try to separate. And like us, they will have days where they feel sad, bad, angry, happy.
Yeah.
Unlike the boxers, I feel we can't really show too much of that. So we have to be trustworthy, dependable, reliable. We've got to set example because then we want the senior boxers to set examples to the junior boxers. And it works together. And we do have loads of boxers who kind of encourage others as well if they're trying to step out of line. They step in and support us as well, which is really good, and I think they all know who they are. It's an amazing feeling to have that you know, just by looking at somebody or just clearing your throat, they stop what they're doing because they know it's something they shouldn't be doing. Nothing out of order, just a little, you know, like they're talking while you're trying to speak, or just little things like that. The manners, the respect, just little things. Outside, it's family. It's your family link. I mean, there's nobody greater than your family, and this goes for all people I always meet. Always say same thing. I tell our boxers: keep good with your family because they're the ones who are always going to be there for you. So your mother, your guardians, your dad, they're always going to be there for you if you need help. So as much as your friends are your friends, you think they're your friends, your family will always
Family
be there
always
for you.
in one.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yes, they're going to be up moments you'll have arguments with them,
Yeah.
tiffs, and you'll have your ups and downs. If you didn't, it wouldn't be real.
Yeah,
You
100%.
understand? You
100%.
understand? So yeah, that's more or less the same. Yeah, we think the
Yeah.
same thing.
Obviously, when I started the podcast, the support I got was unbelievable. At school, I got everyone telling me, coming to me, saying, well done, congratulations, I'll be there to support you. Teachers are coming as well. On the first day I announced it, I don't know how they found out. They were coming to me, emailing me and everything, so it was great. Then I came to Nexus, that event was there, third anniversary, spoke about it there. Then there was a lot of more links in the community that were there that I didn't know of. I underestimated it, I think is the right way to say it. There was actors, comedians, coaches, obviously Justin Cochran, stuff like that was there. It's going to be a long ride to get, I guess, out there, but when we get the right names in, talk about the right topics and stuff like that, it's definitely going to hopefully expand. Obviously, thanks to these guys here, I've found this studio and I'm here recording weekly as well, so more videos for you guys, more content for you guys to enjoy as well. Obviously, we're talking about that event, and Nexus third anniversary. How was that for you? How was that, obviously, as coaches and just being around everyone? Was that your first event?
That was our first event, yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
So
How
yeah,
was that?
it was a big event for us because it's the first thing that we've ever put on. It was only in house, so it wasn't out to other boxing clubs or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it gave our boxers a taste of what it may be like for the future for them.
Yeah.
You know, just getting in the ring and having a little audience. Yeah, we wanted them to have that feel of what the possibilities of going into competitions and what that would feel like for them. For me, it was a long day, good day. Yeah, we had good turnout, lots of support. Boxers done really well. Was super proud of them. Yeah, I enjoyed it actually. I can see ourselves getting involved and getting out into competitions and getting our names out there, and I think it was a good thing.
Yeah, that was great. You know, I enjoyed it as well. Obviously, interviewing both of you as well. That was my first time meeting you guys, I think, properly talking as well.
Yeah.
So that was good. Again, I remember your interview very well. He was like, yes,
you?
Thailand. Yeah, I remember it. I saw it on my phone, the whole edited thing and stuff like that. So how was it for you as well?
Well, it was lovely because I met you. So
Thank you.
That was a good thing. The evening itself was nice because I got a surprise. A couple of members of my family turned up, which I didn't expect. The moments of being on stage, we had one of the boxers who actually had, what would you call that, stage fright. Didn't want to come on.
Who was that? If you don't know, I'll bleep their name
Are we
out.
allowed to? No.
I don't think we should name the person.
No.
Cool.
So it was like a stage fright thing, and everything had to be changed. I mean, it's split second. So just before we came on, everything had to be changed quickly. So, but ironically, if I say the next bit, they'll know who it is. So there was, put it this way, it ended very positively, and it gave that boxer so much confidence and enjoyment. And Mum was there to watch it all as well. And to this day, we still do what we call his favourite combination, let's say. So he knows who he is, and it wouldn't be fair to disclose that. But yeah, it was a thoroughly enjoyable evening for all of us. Meeting the Nexus family as well. I didn't realise there were so many umbrellas to Nexus. Organisation that really is doing a great job, and we have to thank them as well for the support they give us, which we wouldn't be able to be here without them, obviously. So it's a great job they're doing, and I hope they continue doing that, because we need their support.
Yeah.
You see, because
100%.
it's without the support, the help from organisations like that, it's difficult to continue doing these sort of things for the youth in the community, and this is primarily who it's for. So it's fantastic.
Obviously, with Nexus, I started out with Holla. I don't know what side this one. I mean, it's back in year 7, I got an award. Nissan Ganacha was there. He was in EastEnders. He played as Masood. He was there. I was year 7, short kid, worst trim, all of that. He spoke about his story, and it really touched me. I remember him saying he must have been on his way back home and just got beaten up bloody nose, everything. I was like, oh, how was that like at his age, where he used to live as well? So when I got the award, I was over the moon. I'll be honest, I was very happy. The reason why I got it was because there was a Turkish kid who didn't know any English, and out of my heart, I decided to just translate for him and obviously try and make school life easier for him. So I was happy to do it for him. He now can speak English fully well as well, so that's great for me to see from him as well. School recognized it, got the award. Next civilian touch ever since, which is obviously great. Obviously, I know there've been other Holler Awards from other schools, so the fact they stayed in touch with me means a lot to me as well. So that was great from them. Obviously, that third anniversary event for me was very good as well. My first event after that last one, actually, back in Dugdale Centre. Actually, that's a lie. My first event was at Dugdale Centre. I was talking about just now. Again, short kid. I had like a pink like blazer, sleeveless blazer, white shirt, green trousers, whatever it was. My teacher was there, spoke on stage. I was so scared. You don't understand. I got up and I said, my first words were, any questions? I didn't know what to do. It was my first like thing to speak on. And then the third anniversary one came and that was amazing. The support was great. Like the guys at Nexus didn't know who I was because obviously I changed a lot since then. Went on stage, spoke as well, happy with how I was. One thing I forgot to mention was that I was a ball boy at Arsenal. My dad was like shouted it in the crowd or something like that. I couldn't even hear him. So, but yeah, obviously the guys that I was talking about before, they want to support me, want them on the podcast. It was just a lot of people, a lot of links and connections and stuff. Obviously, the boxing event here, how was that as well? Obviously,
That's
you had.
what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Before.
So how was the
So,
Nexus
yeah.
one? The third
So
anniversary?
Nexus, well, yeah, that was the when we was on stage, right? Yeah. So, so yes, that was us first actually putting ourselves out there in the public eye as Joe Morris Boxing Club, really. Like Coach says, there was a little bit of a meltdown before we got on the stage, but I think for us it's quick thinking, staying calm and trying to keep these kids calm and encouraging them to do what you do. You're boxers, you're here for a reason, you've got skills, show them off, let people see your skills. And that was what it was about, and like I said before about opening doors, you never know where these little events and highlights of podcasts and all sorts, you never know what door's going to open next
all opportunities and stuff
like for
that.
yourself. I bet you didn't see when you was at year 7, you wouldn't imagine yourself being here now. Exactly. So these are the points I keep making to young people. Keep pushing and keep breaking down those barriers and keep opening up those doors, because one day a door's going to open and it's going to be the door you've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, working for as well.
That's it. And this is what you've been doing it for. And then you wake up and you think, you know what? All them hard days of training, blood, sweat and tears, as they say, it was all worth it in the end.
Yeah. How was the boxing event here? Obviously, there was a big name as well. Denzel Bentley, national champion, I think it was. Yeah. How was that for you?
Well, he had his fight after the event here, the exhibition. It was good. It was enjoyable to see families of the boxers coming to support them, and to see that they are very supportive towards the boxers. It was also nice to see other people who were a part of Joe Morris himself and his life. For example, the chap from Peacock Gym, who was one of the clubs that Joe used to train at, Peacocks in Canning Town. Also, there was another chap who, forgot his name, but he was on Sky Sports for 10 years, had his own boxing show. He used to train with Joe. Also, Joe's family members who came on that day as well. So to see that connection with Nexus, like what you said with the 3 years, their 3rd year anniversary, until that moment at the theatre, which I've said already, I didn't realise what a big organisation and how many umbrellas they had under them.
That's the point.
I never realised that. Like when you was on stage as well, getting your award, and to see the response and hear all these names, Holler and Powerhouse and all these other organisations that Nexus was supporting, I mean, to be honest, I didn't know who Nexus was a few years back.
Yeah.
And even at the show here as well, to see the support it gets, I would like that to continue because they're doing a great job. And there is a lot of people behind the scenes at Nexus, like a lot of great organisations. There's a lot of people behind the scenes who do so much work. It's something that it should carry on. It should be supported. It should be funded. It should be continued because they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Primarily, it's for the youth, yourself, and the youth that we work with. You're not going to be youths all the time. You're going to develop. So the year 7 young man is now what year are you
Year
in?
10.
Year 10.
Going to year 7.
So
Go to 11.
You see, you're getting, you're going slowly up and up.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to pass messages on to other people doing
good advice and stuff.
Anything like because even your story about the Turkish person you helped, the young man, I can relate to that going back, 40 odd years, more than that. I was that little kid that you helped, but there was one Turkish girl in the whole of the school who helped me. I wish I could get her to see her now to give her an award, because she done that what you done for that young man with the language barrier. I was that person. I couldn't speak a word of English. Very different days though in the 70s. So well done to you for that. So Aisha was that young lady's name who helped me. So
if she does see
if
this,
she's listening, Aisha, well done. Thank you so much. Northwood Primary School, Clapton.
Come out here and say some stuff. One last question before we call it. What is your next step for Jeremiah Sports and Club? What do you want to do next? Next big thing.
Good question.
Do you want to go?
No, go, Coach.
What do we want to do next? We want to continue to build the club. We want to continue to support the young people in any which way we can. And my next steps is actually to get these young people out there into competition. That is what my aim is now. I think there's a handful of them that are ready for that taste. And from there, let's see how we get on with that.
Yeah. Yourself?
Continue developing, nurturing, progress, see the progress happening. Long may it continue. As long as I'm breathing, and we're working together with Coach to help nurture, develop these young people because they've got so much potential. Yes, they've got other things going on with their lives, and we're so blessed that they share things with us as well. And hopefully it will help them in their lives, that the discipline, the respect, the manners that they're picking up. And I would like to continue doing what I'm loving doing at the moment. I thoroughly enjoy it, thoroughly love it, and I am very passionate about it, and I enjoy it. It's something that I was even told you should have been doing this many years ago, but there you go. I wasn't. I'm doing it now, and this is the present. So I would love to continue. So God help me, I don't want to have illnesses and things like that, because I want to give 100%, just like they to give 100%. So to continue doing good for our team, our family, and long may it continue.
Yeah. The bonds you guys have created as well with the boxers is something I've seen, which I find beautiful as well. But is there anything you want to say? Any shout outs to anyone before we finish it?
Well, just shout out to the Joe Morris Boxing Club, and all the boys and girls that are involved with us. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. So it is about them. You know?
The boxing times will be in the description as well as we speak about. Yourself, any shout outs you want to give to anyone?
Yeah, the boxing times for the summer holidays, just to remember, it's 12 till 4, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, that's right, Monday to Friday.
That's for 4 weeks, and then the other times you'll have it on your screen afterwards. Continue training, respecting, loving, being yourselves. Don't follow other people. Don't change your views as long as they're good. Keep good, keep clean, keep respectful, keep your nose clean. Don't dirty your name. Look out for each other. Respect your family and friends. Carry on training hard, studying hard, develop yourselves, become the people that we know, Coach and I, that you are. and we want to be there to see you develop, grow. Sky's your limit. Go for it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see it. What's actually one of my favorite podcasts, like in terms of inspirational as well. I think I've learned a lot of you guys in terms of what you guys done as well. So I want to thank you guys for that as well. But yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out Joe Moore Sports Club. I'm telling you, you're gonna enjoy it. I've only been here a month or two, and it's like I'm getting bonds with everyone. I'm not even doing the boxing, you understand? It's just everyone that's here I get along with. But yeah, make sure you come down. Make sure to subscribe, like all the other stuff. Follow everyone's socials will be in the description. And yeah, we'll hope to see you guys soon. And yeah.